What's going on? It's Icon back again to discuss a little Titans episode 8 entitled Jericho. And, I'm just going to get right into it because we finally got the answers, that we wanted. So the episode starts. Jericho's having this weird dream with a lot of death and destruction. And then it takes us to, we find out that when Dick rolled up on him in the record store, we thought that he was probably going to put him in a chokehold and like knock him out or something. They actually, the Titans actually befriended him. It cuts to, to the Titans and Jericho. They're at like the beach. They're hanging out, doing whatever it is that they do, chilling. They got to know him. Like, Jericho even said to his mom, he's like, I met some friends, and she's like, what kind of friends? And, Donna, for some reason, Donna's like the do-it-all everything mom of the Titans. Like she knows how to speak sign language, and she's the one that translates Jericho stuff, to everyone else. And she, they were at that point, they were pretty much just pumping him for information. They asked him about certain things just to get him to talk about his dad. And then Jericho starts telling them the story, of what happened to, about his dad. Slade ended up, he was like, he was obviously he was a mercenary. We all know he was a mercenary. They did some experiments on him. They pumped him full of something. I'm assuming if you watch Arrow, it was probably like the Mirakuru. And then he ended up with the super strength and like, the sight and everything. And then, he killed everybody and bounced. Obviously had sex with his wife. She ended up giving birth to a child. And one day, when Jericho and his dad were in a car together, because he was talking, Jericho actually can talk. He was talking at this time. They got into it with this guy who, cut them off on the road. The guy wanted to fight. Jericho didn't want his dad to get into a fight. So for the first time on camera, he utilized his power. And we all know the Jericho power. He can project his consciousness into someone else's body. He took over, and then Slade knew right away. Slade was just like, how long have you had this power? And then, he was just like, for a while, but I didn't want to tell you. Then he was like, well, you got it for me, and then Slade told him, told him about the powers, whatever. But he told him, he was like, yo, don't show anybody. Like, keep it under wraps, keep it a secret. So, of course, he ends up showing Dick. Well, no, he didn't show Dick. Like, he did it, like, there was some guy in the because he worked at the record store. There was a guy in the record store who was being a douchebag, and he was being mean to like one of the employees. So Jericho put his consciousness in the guy's body to give the girl a tip to buy the record, and then Dick saw the whole thing. So Dick was like, "Yo, this mofo has superpowers." When Jericho told them the story about his throat, it was basically that Slade was doing a mission. The people who were out to get revenge on him went to his house. They kidnapped his son, they kidnapped his wife. They had them at gunpoint or whatever, at knife point. And then Slade being Slade, like, it's not like he was just like, all right, I'll give you whatever you want, just don't hurt my family. He was just like, screw that, I'm Slade Wilson, I can kill everybody. And then like he tries to kill everybody, and in the process, the guy that had the knife to Jericho's throat, Slade did kill the guy. But, when you hit the guy, his arm flailed, and then he accidentally like cut his throat. And then that's how he lost his voice. The mom never spoke to Slade again. And she basically tried to get as far away from him as possible. So there's that's how the disconnect between the family happened. And, Jericho hadn't seen his dad since. So fast forward back to the tower. So Jericho's hanging out with the Titans. He shows them the power. He used Hank as the guinea pig to show off his power. And then everybody's just like, this is crazy. And then Dick was like, Dick basically, like, they spilled the beans on the mom. They were just like, like, they told him the truth. They were just like, listen, like, we're the Titans. Because Donna made Dick feel bad. And she was like, we got to tell him the truth. So they told Jericho, they're like, listen, we're the Titans. He was like freaking out because he's like, wow, that's so cool. But he was just like, the reason why we brought, we friended you was because Donna was basically just like, yo, cut him loose. Because they gave him, like Jericho gave them the information that they needed to find Slade. So Donna was just like, all right, we got what we wanted, cut him loose because I don't want him to get hurt. Dick ends up bringing him into the Titans fold, spills the secrets. Because Dick probably figured like, well, he has superpowers now, so this is the perfect place for him. But, they told him, like, listen, we weren't really trying to be your friend. We just wanted to pump you full of information. They were just like, all right, he kind of understood. Like, he was, I think he was just more like, it's just cool that I get to hang out with the Titans. So he understood, and he decided to join them. The mom was freaking out. She was just like, "No, don't go. You don't know those people." And he was just like, "Nah," because Dick told him, he was like, "Listen, we're hunting down your dad because your dad killed Aqualad. Your dad's a mercenary. Like, he lied to you. He's not the man that you think he was." And then Jericho lost it. So the mom straight up hated. Like, she actually called Slade, and then she was just like, your son's with the Titans, and this is your chance to make it right. Blah blah blah. So, all right, fine. Slade ended up so in a few episodes back, when Gar died, and I had said before, I said that the intended target wasn't Aqualad or Donna. The target was that Themysciran woman that Donna was always hanging out with. Slade basically like rolled up on her and like killed her. So he finally got his he finally, I guess, completed that contract. He used her phone to call Donna. Donna shows up. Slade whoops Donna's ass, and I don't know why Donna thought maybe because she had the magic rope, but she's half the Mascaran, half Amazon or whatever. But Donna rolled up on Slade, got her ass totally whooped. Slade mounted on top. It was riding her ass, talking about "stay away from my son, bitch," and then he cut her up. So Donna called the Titans. She was just, she sent out the distress signal. Jericho found out, like, Slade ended up calling Jericho. He was like, "Listen, he's like, son, I want to talk to you. Let's have a conversation." He spoke to Dick about it. Dick was just like, "Listen, he's your dad. Go talk to him, and I won't interfere." He was like, "I know we're hunting him. We got beef with him, but handle your business and we'll stay out of it." After they find out that Donna got sliced, Dick basically lost it. And Hank and Donna really didn't have anything to do with the entire situation. It was really because, like, when you see the Titans in present day, Donna's all like, "We limped away the last time," and like everybody makes it seem like it was like this big Titans brawl versus Slade Wilson, and then you really find out the only people that were affected by it was Donna and Dick. Like, Hank and Dawn didn't. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I guess. Well, let's fast forward. So so after so Donna, Dick, and Hank, they roll up on Donna. They're just like, "What happened?" She's like, "It was Slade." Dick's just like, "All right, screw that. I told the kid I wasn't going to interfere, but screw that. I'm going to kick some ass, and I'm going to get revenge because Donna's my best friend." So Jericho meets Slade at the church where we saw Dick with the photos at. Jericho's talking to his dad. He's just like doing the sign language. He's just like, "You lied to me." And then Dick, Slade just like, "You're my son and I love you," and this, that, and the third. Dick shows up at the church, and then he's just like, Slade's like, "You set me up, son." And he's like, "No, I told them not to come." And then Dick's like, "Yo, he tried to kill my friend. This ends now." And then Robin and Slade Wilson, and I specifically say Robin and Slade Wilson get into a fight in the church, and Jericho just stood there the entire time and watched the entire fight, which I thought was extremely weird. So then, because Robin was younger back then, so Slade gets the better of him. He has him down for the count. Jericho jumps in front of Dick at just as Slade's getting ready to kill him, and Slade is the one who actually killed Jericho. Dick made this whole big thing about it, to Jason. He was just like, "Oh, I killed Deathstroke's son." And it's like, bro, like, you really did it. Like, Deathstroke killed his own son. And Dick shouldn't even feel guilty for Jericho being in that position because Jericho wanted to go to the church. I mean, if anything, the one thing that Dick should feel bad about is that he told him he wasn't going to show up at the church, and he showed up at the church anyway. So he should feel bad about that. But with that being said, no one told Jericho to stay, and no one told Jericho's dumbass to jump in front of the sword. I mean, the Robin suit, I believe it's Kevlar, like, he probably would have survived. So, I mean, I hate to say that, but that's really all on Jericho. The fact that, and I don't even know if Jericho's dead because, yeah, first of all, Donna got chopped up into 15 pieces, and she's still alive. In season 3 of Arrow, Oliver got stabbed in the chest by Raja Ghul, got kicked off of a mountain, and he survived. We never saw Jericho's body. We never saw a funeral. So, and the boy's a meta. So, I mean, I guess I was wrong about the Aqualad thing, but we ain't see his body either. So I'm still, like, personally, I still don't think Aqualad's dead, but, but we don't even know if Jericho's really dead. Like, for all we know, he could be alive. I mean, I don't know where Rose plays in all this, but Rose was obviously younger because Jericho had to have been maybe like in his early 20s, maybe like 19, 20 when he was friends with the Titans. So I would assume Rose was maybe like 13 or something like that, because clearly Jericho and Rose have different parents. So the woman who's portrayed as Slade Wilson's wife, that's not Rose's mom. So there's this. So the whole dynamic of how Rose and Slade and Jericho, like that family dynamic needs to, because Jericho's obviously older. Rose knows of her brother. She knows her brother likes records. So that whole thing needs to be explained. Like, where did Rose come from in the mix? But hopefully we'll find that out soon. So anyway. So after Jericho dies, it goes back to the tower, and again, this is when like the Titans shut down, and then for Donna to be like, yo, we limped away. I'm like, you're basically just talking about you and Dick, because Hank and Donna are fine. And I don't even understand why Donna's whole thing was like, she's upset because she didn't want Jericho to get hurt. And she's mad at Dick for it. She blames Dick for what happened to Jericho, which isn't cool because it wasn't Dick's fault. Like, Jericho did what he did, and Dick didn't force him to do that. I have no idea why Hank is upset. Like, I really don't. To the point where he's just like, because even when Dick was like when they were about to leave, Dick turns to Hank and he's like, hey, I guess that, and then Hank just leaves and doesn't even say anything to him. So I'm just like, all right, bro, I know you got back feelings because he was banging your chick, but like let's be real, like he didn't have anything to do with that. Like, I'm actually really mad at like Hank and Dawn for how they came at Dick over that whole situation. I mean, Donna was just like, yo, I'll be in New York if you need me, and he was like, if you need a place to crash, and he's like, all right, cool, but this is just as much as Donna's fault as it is Dick's fault, So yeah, that was that was pretty much it. And then they leave. Dick's in the tower by himself. And then he's just like wallowing over the mistake that he made, and then eventually he shut the tower down and then became a police officer. Yeah, so that was it. That was one of the quickest Titans episodes, one of the straightforwardest, quickest Titans episodes so far. Like I said, I'm glad we finally got the resolution to everything that happened, and I guess like all the flashback stuff is over now, so now it's just gonna be present time, like no more. I mean, well, at this point, if we're gonna go in the past at this point for anything, it's gonna be for Rose. But yeah, we should be done with the whole past dynamic in general. Yeah, so I don't know what happens next week because where we're at now is Jason's committing suicide, Robin's trying to talk him down, and we'll see how it plays out. We'll definitely see how it plays out. So I'm all in for it. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Check out the channel, give a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time, as always, I'm out this bitch.